Seattle Seahawks were on the clock, but there you see it. It's Green Bay as the Packers trade up from 30 to 21 to move up these spots. They gave up 2 fourth-round picks, number 114 and number 118 overall. And the Green Bay Packers, Matt Verderame, have made their selection. Darnell Savage, safety out of Maryland, going number 21. I thought they were going to take a wide receiver, but they went for a safety. They've already added Adrian Amos.
Darnell Savage has been flying up the boards. I had a source about a month ago telling me he would be a second-round pick, and then a week ago said, don't be surprised if he goes in the first round. Well, easily in the first round. 21st overall. The Packers now, they are pairing him with Adrian Amos. They got rid of HaHa Clinton-Dix last year, traded him to Washington. They've completely remade this secondary. And I think if you are the Packers, you've got to be really excited about where you're going with this. You have Josh Jackson, Jair Alexander at corner. This is a league that is trending more and more towards you got to be able to cover. It's a passing league more than it ever has been. Nice job by the Packers to go out and get a playmaking safety.
He's not a big safety here. He's a 5'11", 198 pounds, but he's super fast.
He can run. He can move. He can move. He's not going to be an in-the-box type guy. He's going to be a center fielder. But I think if you're a Packers fan, you feel good about that pick.
So you like the trade?
Yeah. For 2 fourth-round picks, to me, if that's your guy, and I don't know that he would have gotten a 30. So, yeah, I love the trade for the Packers. I think Brian Gutekunst, the GM there, did a nice job.
All right. Green Bay being aggressive, moving up from 30 to 21, and they've taken Darnell Savage, number 21 overall.
And Darnell Savage joins us now. Darnell, welcome. You are getting your first taste of professional football. What do you think?
I love it. I'm just really happy to just have a place I can call home. You know, just during the whole pre-draft process, you just take a lot of visits, you see a lot of places. To actually just narrow it down to one and a place so special like this, you know, I'm extremely excited. So I'm just kind of just soaking it all in.
Darnell, I got to tell you, I was at practice, and Red Batty, the Packers equipment manager, I mean, he's like an all-pro in his field, and he has seen it all, okay? Unsolicited, he comes up to me at practice, he goes, see number 26 out there? I said, yeah. He goes, he's going to be a heck of a player. And I said, what do you see? And he said, he is locked in, he is focused, he is attentive to all the right stuff. He's going to be a heck of a football player. And what I want to ask you, Darnell, do you feel like you're making a good impression, and are you doing all those things consciously?
I do, but I wouldn't say consciously, you know. I'm just being myself, you know what I'm saying? I've been raised really well, you know. I think the family that I've had around me, the friends that I've had around me that have molded me into the person that I am. I'm just being myself and just trying to be my best self, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get the most out of me.
Throws and it's picked off. Darnell Savage racing to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
After you were drafted by the Packers and they had a conference call, you were asked to describe yourself as a football player. And one of the things you mentioned was, I'm a playmaker. And you had 8 picks at Maryland to prove your point. What's the key to being an interceptor?
Confidence. You know, it's a lot that goes into it. You got to do your film study. When that play comes or when you see that quarterback looking your way and you see it throw, you got to be confident to go get it. When the ball's in the air, anybody has the right to go get it.
You also said you like to hit. And I've watched tape of you, Darnell, and it's like you take tackling personal. If you don't make the tackle, nobody will. That's the way you commit to that cause, and you do it fearlessly.
It's just fun. It's just, I remember when I was just like little and I first started football, I first started tackle, you know what I'm saying? It was just always fun. I was a middle linebacker in like Little League, and I just like hitting people. It's just exciting. I used to like hitting people and scoring touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? And,
interesting combination.
Yeah, so I just played kind of with a chip on my shoulder.
Darnell, when you look at your vital stats, of course, the 4.36 jumps out at you. Is that the fastest you've ever run the 40 in, or was that just one of a number of fast 40s?
Yeah, that was one of a number.
What's the fastest you've run?
The fastest I ever ran was actually a 4.29. Yeah.
Is it cool being able to run like that?
It
I
is.
mean, what an equalizer. I mean, I can make a mistake, but I can catch it. I mean, is that kind of cool to be able to do that?
It is, but I tend to not really focus on it while I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's great to be fast, you know what I'm saying? But I allow my body and my mind and my eyes take me to the plays. I just let my speed or whatever have you do the rest. And I feel like I would be the same player whether I ran a 4-3, 4-4. Like, I don't think it matters. I think just the way I play the game and my mindset, I think that's what makes me a good player.
You're not bashful about saying that you play with a chip on your shoulder, okay?
Yeah.
When you think about it, you were the first defensive back selected in the National Football League draft. And the Packers traded 2 number 4s and their own number 1 to move up to select Darnell Savage. Now, those are pretty neat things. Will it be hard to play with a chip on your shoulder when that kind of moves, those kind of things are happening that say, man, you are good?
Yeah, you know, going in the first round, Packers trading up to get me, it's great accomplishments. You know, that's something I dreamed about. But I feel as if I'm not done yet. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning of a whole new journey. I'm in the locker room with a whole new group of teammates. You know what I'm saying? I'm working to gain their trust and to gain just a closeness with them. You know, I just want to be a part of this family. So I'm still gonna have that chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gotten me to this point. So I'm not gonna change it.
Last thing for you. Tell me about Born Ready.
All right, so a lot of people are doing a lot of little funny different things with like their jewelry and stuff now. A lot of people are getting like their name or their number. And I kind of got this just as more of just a confidence thing for myself. I'm just gonna keep that chip on my shoulder and keep working, you know, and I really think the sky is the limit. So as long as I just keep my head down and keep doing the right things on and off the field, treating people right, you know, I think the man above will handle everything else for me. So I'm extremely excited. I like this chain, by the way. So.
Darnell, welcome to Green Bay. Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
One of my favorite segments every week. So let's talk about Darnell Savage. The Packers had Rashawn Gary in the fold earlier in the first round. So what did you see from Savage on tape that forced the Packers to go up to 21 to get him?
Well, this was a deep draft for safeties. 22 were drafted. Darnell Savage was the first. He was the first defensive back.
Yes, he was.
And I think Mike Pettin, the defensive coordinator of Green Bay, what he sees is a lot of what DJ just said. They see a man that's extremely fast and quick. And so he's a cover safety. He's a little undersized, but he can make plays behind the line of scrimmage like he does here against the University of Michigan, just taking down a Herndon right here from behind, tackle for losses. You can line him up all over the place, but he's got a feel right here. You've got to be able to cover in space right here. Last year, the Green Bay Packers only had 15 total takeaways in 16 games. They want more takeaways, even if it's block punts.
A punt.
Yeah, block punch is a way to take the ball away. You can score on defense. That's always a good thing on special teams and defense. And I think he's got that ability to make those kind of plays in the secondary. All these breakdowns just doesn't put anybody in there. Darnell Savage Jr., he's worthy of it.
Kind of powering through this area of the field that gave him troubles.
Flacco to throw. And intercepted by Savage. There's a flag down at the 46-yard line. It's just a clean pick.
What a great job. It sure looks to me like he's got his hands underneath that.
Holding offense. number 65. The 10-yard penalty from the previous spot remains second down.
It's a long season, and normally the team that's fresher is the team that wins. So just really be a pro, just take care of your body and handle your business, even though we're not in the building. So.
What have they told you what your schedule is? What is he doing for you guys this week? Are you going to be here a little bit and then be gone?
Yeah.
So you get what, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off?
Man, you know the whole schedule.
No,
we get a couple days off, but we still can come in and get some work in too, just so we're not completely, you know what I'm saying, out of it. So.
What was your thought process watching that game last night between Seattle and San Francisco?
It was a good game to watch. It's crazy. It came down to that last. Yeah, that's crazy. Literally came down to an inch. It was a great game. I enjoy watching it. Playoff football, so at this point, all the games gonna be, close, just like that one. So.
You guys able to watch it at Z's house? He told us he wanted to have you guys over.
I think a couple of the guys went to Z's house. Personally, I didn't go to Z's house. I was tired. I went home.
How much of the veteran guys, I know you've relied on them and you've talked about what Adrian has meant to you. Has there been any discussion now going forward as to what's at stake? You talked about taking care of your body and being focused in, but if the veterans had messages for you young guys now that you're in this position?
It's just cool, just the amount of diversity we have, like just in the room. Like you got Smash, you got T. T really just keeps everything even keel because you guys can tell he's just a calm, cool and collective guy. So when you got a guy like that, a veteran like that, and you see how relaxed he is, how calm he is, how cool he is, then it's easy to just kind of follow that. So. Yeah, like I said, I'm blessed to have even like guys in similar to age as me, like Jair and stuff like that. I just think we just have a special little bond, so it's cool.
Is there any part of you guys that you're like, oh man, we were an inch away from being the 1 seed and having home field come through Lambeau?
Yeah, I mean, of course we wanted that, but it is what it is, We love to play in Lambeau, so we know we at least get one in Lambeau, so. People telling me I can't do this or I can't do that, or I'm not big enough, I'm not strong enough. Every time I'm playing, I just want to prove a point. I don't think it's the size of you that matters, I think it's the size of your heart that matters. Every time I just go out on the field, I just keep that in the back of my mind, just keep that chip on my shoulder.
Dwayne Haskins Jr., Trace McSorley, Darnell Savage Jr., O'Shane Zimenez, Travis Fulgham, Juan Thornhill. This is I Am the Prospect.
Presented by TVAR Solutions in partnership with HPE.
Over the last few years, the University of Maryland has developed several big-time NFL players, from first-round picks to Pro Bowl linemen to superstar receivers. Safety Darnell Savage wants to be next.
I feel as if I'm the best player on the field no matter where I am. And I just keep that chip on my shoulder whenever I play. I just want to contribute in whatever role that I'm assigned, whether it be special teams, safety, corner, nickel, it doesn't matter.
There was a defensive play to be had. You usually heard the name Darnell Savage in on the tackle, Darnell Savage in on the play. When you needed a big play, he always came up with it.
It's picked off. Darnell Savage.
We got to the point where I always would put him in sports where he was playing against kids that was 2 years older than him. And he used to always say, Dad, everybody's bigger than me. But I said, your skill level is above your kids' age, so I want you to play against kids that's actually better than you, and it's going to make you a better person in the long run.
If I had an opportunity to keep him for another year, boy, would I love to have had that happen.
There's no better way to put it. Darnell was a flat-out savage on the football field during his senior year at Maryland, with 52 tackles and 4 interceptions, earning second-team All-Big Ten honors. But it was at the scouting combine this year where his blazing speed really turned heads with a 4.36 in the 40-yard dash.
I definitely
Didn't expect him to run as fast as he ran, but I knew that he was going to put some crazy numbers up just because I knew that's what we were preparing for the whole time. We always talk about it. And when he did put it up, I'm just so proud of him. My dad played defensive line, so I like to say I got my speed from my mom. I think I got my kind of just grit and mindset from my dad, so it turned out to be a perfect combination.
I was very fast, a very fast athlete on all levels of sports that I played. But he probably took some speed after his dad as well.
Well, Dad ran a 4.9 40 at 290 pounds, so we'll leave it at that.
Savage came to College Park after a roller coaster high school ride in Delaware, scoring 13 touchdowns on offense and making 54 tackles on defense for an amazing two-way senior season. But as much as Darnell loves playing sports, his true priorities were established at home at an early age.
My parents always stressed there would be no sports without academics. You know, academics always comes first, and if you really think about it, academics will come last too, because once you get old and you might not be able to move the same way you did when you were in college and high school as an athlete, what you have in your brain and your knowledge and stuff will never leave you. Whatever team I go to, the type of person you're gonna get is a sponge, willing and ready to learn every single thing I can. He's a baller, he's a football player. There's no way around that.
You'll get a guy that's a professional. I mean, he'll be a pro. He'll study the game. He'll prepare himself the right way. He'll take care of his body, and I think he's a guy that'll make teams better.
And he just got that dog in him. He's just willing to work. He want to do whatever that's going to make him better. And get a smart, intelligent player with instincts and a passion for the game like no other. I just make plays. I like doing it.
Here's the commissioner.
The Seattle Seahawks have traded the 21st pick to the Green Bay Packers. And with the 21st pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Darnell Savage, defensive back, Maryland.
Turns out we both made terrible points, Rich. Darnell Savage, explosive. You can play him all over the field. He ran in the 4.3s. He is always around the football. Now, this is a guy, you talk about a late riser. The buzz really started to build over him with the last week. Watch him flying around the field at the line of scrimmage. From the backside, you'll see that speed show up. You love the toughness that he brings to the table. Close that back door and finish with the tackle. See him undercut the route right here, find and play the football. You can use him to cover some in the slot. He can play the nickel. He's that athletic. That 4.3 speed translates. And how about give me a little something on special teams? Don't just block it, scoop it, and score. He's a fun player to watch. The rest of the league, for a long time, Charles Davis had him as a second-round pick. And over the last 2 weeks, people started saying, what's wrong with this kid? He's going to go in the first, and that's exactly what happened, CD.
And DJ, it's the suddenness that you're talking about, right? You're talking about the aggressiveness in the secondary. But for me, it's the suddenness in showing up on plays, getting to the football, getting around the football, as you mentioned, and the run game as well. That's what I liked about this kid, the way he closes on all plays and plays every single play with a great amount of passion. And the Green Bay Packers over the years have been trying to get this secondary right. How many guys have they drafted in recent years? This is a great time for them to take another shot. Here's Darnell Savage getting his opportunity in Green Bay.
So, Daniel, you're saying you're going with Kyler Murray, #1 overall.
No, he's my 14th.
4.39, guys.
Ooh, No, he's not my 14th overall player. Oh. He's my top quarterback, but he's my 14th overall player.
Okay. We have a sub 4.4.
How about that? That's blazing there. Hey, Dion, Darnell Savage Jr.
Fast turtle.
4.39.
Oh, my good. Hey, kid, shut it down. Well, you went to the U, so he's UDB40.
UDB40.
What about E40? Okay. 2 savage times, to say the least. 4.37.
He is off to a fantastic start at his combine, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
He plays, look, he's not the biggest guy, but he plays bigger than that size. Drives on football, makes plays, big hits. Again, go back, watch him Ohio State. You'll see everything you need to see.
Daniel had 2 hands on the ball when he tried to hand it off.
I'm sorry, I just don't get it.
I get it.
I don't get it at all.
There's a miss.
And there's a miss indeed, and it's intercepted. And racing back the other way is Darnell Savage. So I'm going to put it up 3rd and forever. And the Pack take it away.